Hey Doc, it's Chris Burfield, and welcome to the Chiropractic Underground's Q&A session where you get to ask me any practice building question your big heart desires. And today we have a great question from Dr. Eric. Dr. Eric wants to know this. He says, I've been in practice for almost 30 years. First of all, Dr. Eric, congratulations. That is a feat in and of itself. 30 years. That is awesome. Congratulations on that. I've been with numerous practice management companies. My PVA is over 100. That's phenomenal. Really, to have a PVA over 100, you're obviously doing something right in that department, Dr. Eric. So congratulations again. My visit dollar average is around $100, not too shabby. And the biggest issue I still have is acquiring new patients. My monthly new patient flow has never exceeded 10. Although if it were consistently 10, I would grow like wildfire. I've been with Gibson, waiting list practice, ChiroAdvance Services, taking classes from Singer, you name it. The only thing that consistently kept our new patients up was a telemarketing program, which is now illegal in the state of Oregon. What am I not doing? I have spinal care classes, which instead of generating patients, generates patient understanding and compliance, contrary to all the expert assertions about or assertions about such classes. I ask for referrals. I've done outside lectures, spinal screenings, and all sorts of, to me, unpleasant things to increase my patient load, and quite frankly, they were useless. What else is there? Well, there's a couple of different things. One, when you say that you ask for referrals, are you just asking for referrals? Or are you actually holding some sort of themed event inside your office? For example, like when Memorial Day comes around, are you decorating the office with, American flags? Are you creating patient education handouts? Are you giving patients gift certificates? Are you sending mailings out to people, sending emails out to them about the event? Are you decorating the office with flyers, that sort of thing? So basically, are you just asking for referrals, or are you actually having a referral campaign, and which could be last 2 to 3 weeks? Some of these campaigns, there's one coming up here in December that I offer in my Illuminati internal marketing system, which is the Here Comes Santa Claus promotion, where we actually mail out an actual letter from Santa Claus, right? Hint, hint, an actual letter. And we put we self-address it from the North Pole. So when the patient gets it, it looks like it came from the North Pole. And when they open it up, it's got a North Pole stamp on it. It's got a letter directly from Santa talking about how you are his personal chiropractor. And there's a Toys for Tots drive, and we'd like to ask you to participate in it. And then we put gifts under the Christmas tree that when patients if they send a friend of theirs in with a toy for the Toys for Tots drive, the patient that referred them gets to pick a gift from underneath the Christmas tree. And it could be anything from a coffee mug, a $5 coffee mug, to a $5 or $10 gift card. So what are you doing to make your office fun? What are you doing to create that Disneyland experience where people come in and they're excited about referring patients to you? So that would be my first thing. What are you actually doing when you ask for referrals? The second thing is when it comes to your dinner workshops. I know a lot of different practices teach where you host a dinner workshop and then you invite your whole office to it. Those work great. As a matter of fact, Dr. Chris Zano just recently launched a product where he teaches docs how he gets 50 plus people to his dinner workshops, including patients and guests, each and every dinner workshop, and he does 3 of them a month, so 150 people coming out to these events, and he teaches that in his program. I have a different style of dinner workshop that I teach. You can actually get it. It's a free report on my website. If you go on my blog, if you go to chiropracticunderground.com, you'll see the opt-in on the right-hand side for the free 18-page report, and it just shows you how to have a private dinner where you only select maybe you only select the top 20% of patients in your office. So, patients that have never missed appointments, they've referred people in the past, they're up to date on their payments, they have a positive attitude. So these different criteria, and you only invite like maybe 5 or 6 or 8 people to this private dinner. You don't invite the whole office. And then what you do is you actually, instead of getting up and doing a speech or talking about chiropractic, you actually just sit there at the dinner table and you have discussions with them about health and chiropractic and get to know them a little bit better, and have them bring a guest and let them know they can bring up to 2 guests. And then at the end of the evening, you let their guests know that they can schedule and come into your office. So you might try that, versus trying to have like a big dinner workshop. Make it a small private event. The other thing is, the big one that you didn't list is internet marketing. I would assume in this day and age that would be like one of the number one things you're doing. So, do you have a Google listing? Can people find you on Google? Do you have reviews? And if you have reviews, do you have a lot of positive reviews about your office on there? Are you involved in social media? Do you have an office, a page for your office? Are you building an audience? Are you building an email list? That's another thing. Like, when you go out and you do an event like a screening, like you said, I'm sure you have people that fill out their stress surveys, right? And you have people that don't want to come in. They get the screening and they're like, you know what? I'm not really interested right now, or no, thank you. I'll call you, sort of thing. Well, I'm sure you've got their address and their phone number. Address, phone number, but also their email. What are you doing to market to them through email? I mean, if you look within chiropractic, and you look at all the practice gurus and all the different marketers and stuff in chiropractic, how do we communicate with you? We communicate through email. But it's not just always about selling you stuff. I mean, obviously there's things that we offer, but we offer things of value, just like I'm doing here right now. I said, hey, what kind of questions do you have about building your practice or marketing that I can help you with and answer? So, and here I am shooting a video for you and providing something that has a lot of value to you. So these patients that you got out of these screenings, are you marketing to them via email? Are you, you can use an email client host like Aweber, for example. And you can load all your patients in there and then email them in mass emails. And, when you speak to a patient, you speak to them like you're talking to one person, not like you're speaking to the whole list, sort of thing. And you just provide value to those people. And then along the way, maybe make some offers for them to come into your office. So that's another thing. Email marketing, huge. I mean, that's a huge way to, follow up with these patients that you've done at these screenings and these outside lectures and even your dinner workshops and all this stuff like that. There's a lot of, back in the day, they used to tell you to put them in the tickler file. I know that was kind of a David Singer thing, like, hey, create a tickler and then put them in the tickler for like a month out and follow up with them. And then if they don't want to come in, then put them out for another month and follow up. But with email marketing today, I mean, you can be sending 1 email a week to them. And as long as you're providing something of value, they'll actually come into your office. When I say value, it could be anything from like, hey, here's a really healthy recipe, for Thanksgiving. Here's some desserts that you could make at Thanksgiving that are low in calories, low in carbohydrates, or whatever, something healthy for them, right? And, offer something of value like that. Show them an exercise. Hey, when we met at the screening, whatever, and you can segment your lists. These people I saw met at a spinal screening. These ones I met at a dinner workshop. These ones I met at an outside talk. And then you can look at their stress survey. You could even email them individually if you wanted to and say, hey, I know you're having migraine headaches. So I found this article. These are the top 10 foods that you shouldn't be eating, top 10 foods that can trigger a migraine. And I just wanted to share this with you. And boom, like you're creating value for those people. And those people, if you keep in touch with them, they'll eventually come in. So, but internet marketing is huge. And if you're not doing it yourself, there are companies out there. There's a company called Chiropractic. I just recently did a webinar with them. Great company. They'll do all your internet marketing for you. So you might want to check them out. If you would like their information, I can get you the email and the phone number of Chiropractic, and you can talk to one of their reps for a live one-on-one demo of what they have to offer. So that's what I would do, Doc. I would do some internet marketing, start building your email list and start marketing to people like that. Maybe try a private dinner workshop instead of like a big dinner workshop. And what was the other thing that we talked about? I'm looking here at the notes. Referral programs. So, maybe start introducing bigger referral programs instead of just asking for referrals. Do some sort of campaign and make it fun and make it a fun experience for people while they're in the office. So anyway, I hope this helps, Dr. Eric. In the meantime, keep saving lives.